Well, with Election Day fast approaching, older voters are once again expected to play a pivotal role in shaping the outcome. And AARP New York is stepping up its efforts to ensure that voters over the age of 50 are informed, engaged, and empowered, all while staying strictly nonpartisan. So joining us now to talk about this is State Director for AARP here in New York, Beth Finkel. Beth, welcome once again. Always nice to have you. So, voter education. Why is AARP taking up this project, and why is this work so important?
Well, an informed voter is what we all want in a democracy, right? And so, number one, we want to make sure people know what questions to ask elected officials, because we know that the 50-plus make up usually 60% of the people who show up at the polls. And if that's the case, candidates need to listen to what the 50-plus are thinking and saying.
You mentioned some of these numbers, and you've done polling recently that just gives you an even clearer idea that this group can be such a deciding force in this election, and that goes hand in hand with why you're trying to make sure they're going to the polls educated about the issues. What are some of the issues that come out of that polling and give you a sense of what they are passionate about?
The polling shows that affordability, look, all New Yorkers are worried about affordability. Crime is very big in older adults, but also they worry about the safety in their neighborhoods and livable communities. And most of all, I think people really are concerned about being able to live out their days in their own homes and communities that they help build.
And you mentioned the sheer number of voters, undecided voters in this population of New Yorkers. What is it necessarily that makes them go to the polls? Are you getting a sense that it's issue-driven, or do they, more so than younger generations, really feel a duty and obligation to show up on Election Day? And this is the population that you're trying to educate, but also the population that's most likely to actually go to the polls, correct?
Exactly right. Historically, you can count on the 50-plus for showing up. Come rain, shine, storms, whatever, they're going to show up. And you're right. I mean, I'm in that category, and I can tell you, I go to the polls, and for me, it's a religious experience. And I used to take my kids with me so that they could feel that same religious experience. So you're right. It's inbred in us. You're absolutely right.
There are things that you just mentioned a moment ago, affordability being top of the list, that are very important to voters over the age of 50. Are there issues and things that in your education of this population you sort of want them to be more educated about, things that may not be at the top of their list, but you're reminding them, the AARP is saying, this is something that you should ask the candidates about or be passionate about going into the election?
Absolutely. And the number one piece that people are not thinking about is the federal budget cuts looming, especially here in New York. The next mayor is going to have to make some very difficult decisions on funding. And less than 1% of the whole New York City budget goes for older adult services. Less than 1%. And yet, they make up over 47% of all the voters in New York City. So there's something wrong here, and it's the fastest growing demographic of New York City is older adults. So when you put that all together, it would behoove whoever is going to be the next mayor, number one, to listen to what the 50-plus are saying, because they're going to show up to vote, and number two, to make sure that they prioritize older adult services, because it doesn't just affect the older adult. It affects their children who are their caregivers. You may have already taken care of a parent or a grandparent or another loved one, and you know how important it is to have those services in place so we can show up for work every day and not have to worry about that.
And beyond educating voters, which may be the most useful tool going into an election, what other tools are you sharing with older adults and helping them navigate this process?
They should go to aarp.org/nyvotes, because in there they can get all the details. For instance, early voting opens up the weekend after this coming weekend, so there's a chance to plan out how you're going to vote. Your polling place might be different for early voting than for the day of voting, so it's really important to make a plan for how you're going to vote and then get out there and vote as you historically always do.
Beth Finkel, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And a reminder, everybody, Election Day is coming up November 4th. And for more information on all of this, you can scan the QR code there on your screen. We'll be right back.